So I'm Bryana, and I'm going to go over the mind portion. I'm going to use your second worksheet. So whenever you are ready, you can switch to your blank canvas. I'll give you guys a couple more minutes to finish your goals first. We're going to go over the mind portion of things. The reason why we thought it was really important to focus on the mind and your thoughts is because what you think about, you bring about, right? So if you are constantly focused on the negative side of things, even if you're thinking, I don't want this to happen, I don't want any of this in my life, I don't want more of this in my life, it's still where all of your energy is going, so it's what you're going to bring in either way. So we want to work on not only thinking of the positive side of it, but getting rid of that negative side together. So how many of you are familiar with the term inner critic?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I think okay. So that is something in this 3-part series that we are really going to focus on, really get rid of. So our inner critic is literally the person or voice or whatever you want to call it inside that is always telling you you cannot for whatever reason. So using Maya's body portion as an example, if you say, I want to lose 10 pounds and I want to do it in a month, there's that thing inside of you that's like, girl, how? Or you ain't lost 10 pounds in 3 years, so how you gonna do it in a month? Like that voice that tells you you can't do it, which in turn slows you down or makes you not even start in the first place. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that today, and then we're also gonna talk about how to get rid of it or push it behind us. So I'm gonna start in reverse, and I'm gonna have you guys fill out your forms first, and then we can work from those. What I would like is for each of us, you don't have to fill out the steps yet, we're just gonna start with the green circles. So I would like for each of us to write 3 goals, 3 personal goals that have nothing to do with body and nothing to do with brand, and that those are the only exceptions. So anywhere else you can definitely travel to, but go ahead and take a few minutes to think about 3 things that you want to accomplish. You guys are still writing, and that's perfectly fine. While everyone is still wrapping up their thoughts, does anyone want to share one of their goals? It doesn't matter which one it is. Yeah, Naya.
I want to start about when I grow up, I want to be a doctor because you get to take care of your patient.
Awesome. That is an amazing goal.
Oh.
That's a great goal.
Just take it.
Right. Perfect. Anyone else want to share a goal? I know you guys are right.
I do.
Yes.
Purchase my home by the end of summer.
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent goal.
Yes.
Oh, that's what
Make sure this is.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, I said I have by the end of this year, I have my mentoring program in 5 schools. It's in 1 right now.
Yes.
Have it in 5.
Awesome. That's a good goal. Yeah.
We got numbers.
I know.
Smart.
Okay. Anyone else want to share?
So I got a business goal, but
Yes.
that one was brand or no?
Tom.
Said no brand. So
Go ahead. No, I guess I shouldn't have said no brand.
I wasn't sure if brand was like the representation of the brand, and then
You can say
Yes. Go ahead and say it.
okay, to get my next investment property.
yes.
And which circle did you put that in?
First
Awesome.
by the end of the year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So now that we have our goals in front of us, I want to work with these goals, and we can, when you guys leave, if you want blank worksheets, actually, we can give you the paper ones. We'll also email you this template if you ever want to use it again for anything else. What I would like to do now is flip to the back. So, there's nothing on the back. We're gonna write on it though. So, on the front we have our goals, and one of the things again is that inner critic might come up and say different things. I want to take a moment to write down some of the things that your inner critic might say about the goals that you have set. And that is how we are going to set the foundation for addressing our inner critic and dealing with those things head on. So you guys can take another couple minutes to do that.
But what about just, showing the inner critic out?
You don't hear nothing. Then you're good. You can just leave it. Or you can write like a hypothetical. Hi, how are you? Good. I'm Bryana.
That's a red on your phone.
Kiana? Kenyatta. Nice to meet you.
Do you want water?
Okay. So, I'm not going to have us necessarily share what we would have said because we're just going to flip those. But the reason why I had you write them down or had us write them down is because, again, those are things that come up. So, it's natural for our bodies to react to different things in a way that can come off a bit more negative than not. Our inner critic is a part of us. It is the part of us that is really trying to protect us in a way. And for what we're trying to do, it seems like it's trying to hold us back, and sometimes it does. But really it is it's there as a safety mechanism. Our bodies do different things to keep us safe. For instance, when you're in the shower or you're in the bathtub too long, your hands, your fingers and your toes wrinkle. That is because a long time ago, you needed that so you could scale walls so you wouldn't die. But we don't need sorry, this is like that. But we don't need that anymore because we're not scaling walls. But it still happens. That's just how our body reacts to things. So when we do something that's a little bit out of our norm, your body's like, whoa, what are you doing? We can't do this. And it'll give you all the reasons why you can't. So instead of using that as the reason why you can't, or using that to stop you from doing what you want to do, we take these inner critic comments and we just calm our body down. We address it and say, I hear you and I thank you for trying to keep me safe, but I'm okay. And the way we can do that is one by just doing that. Saying, I got it, body, but we're good. And I'm going to do this. But also by creating affirmations around the things that are blocking us. So I had us write the inner critic comments on the back of the page so we could then write our affirmations on the front of the page. So on the pink boxes, I want us to write 2 affirmations for each of the goals that we've set. And then the third line we'll use as like an actual actionable step to take towards our goal. And you guys can always, when you get home, like expand upon those actionable steps as well, and we'll dive into that some more with the brand portion. So that's not what I'm going to spend too much time on it. But one example would be if my goal is to be a millionaire by the end of the year, and my inner critic says, "Girl, how?" Then maybe one of my affirmations would be, I'm a magnet and money flows to and through me at all times. And then it's just a simple, that was kind of not simple, but if you know what I mean. So something like that. Or what else? If I wanted, do you guys want to throw an inner critic comment at me, maybe? And then I can flip it for you? One of the examples from your pages?
You are too old to have big dreams, just be normal and get a job.
You are too old to have big dreams, just be normal and get a job. I would probably break that one up. I'm as young as I feel. Come on, just done. Like that. Right. And then maybe another one even be, what's normal for you isn't normal for me. So go ahead and take a few minutes. If you need me, you can just kind of like raise your hand, like signal, and I'll come help you with some of them. And then we will read a couple of our affirmations because I want to keep us in that positive spirit. And also, Crayola has window markers or mirror markers. So what I used to do when I had a big vanity is I'd write my affirmations with the marker right on my mirror. So every time I walked past or woke up and like looked in the mirror, I'd see those words. And that was really helpful for me too. So
What do you do when you have like a close family member that is against your dreams? How do you affirmate them away?
I do affirm them away. That's a good question. So that is actually double work. The affirmation would be around whatever they're saying that is defeating your dreams. So if they're saying like you're never going to be XYZ, then you would just affirm against that and say, I am that, I'm better than that, I'm greater than that, or whatever you want that to be. But the other side of that is being able to say no to people and always yes to yourself. So if you have to cut people out of your life, it's like a deeper topic. But if you have to do it, you have to do it. And I feel like with family it is a little bit harder because they're family. So sometimes you can't necessarily cut them all the way out because maybe it's your parent. Or a brother or a sister or someone who's just going to be around, Thanksgiving comes up, they're always going to be there. But you can always give people permission to have roles in your life that work for what you need them to be. So if you know that you need advice on something, we're not going to call Auntie Pam, who is going to tell you you're not good enough. You're going to call anyone else. But if you know that, like Auntie Pam is still good to talk to on holidays, like she's funny, she's a great woman, she just doesn't get it, then we don't have those conversations with her. We don't invite her into that space. Good question. Cool. All right. So, who wants to share an affirmation? Yes, Anaya.
I don't think she completely understood
Yes,
that.
I
Okay, go ahead.
do. First, I want to go to college. Then, I want to get my degree. Then, when I get my car, I want to put PhD.
You want a PhD? Yes. So you wrote your steps to how you were going to become a doctor, right? Awesome. So those are 3 amazing steps that are definitely going to get you there. So an affirmation for you could be
I am smart.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm smart.
I am a pretty brown girl.
Yes, that's one she has. Mom
Got
has it everywhere.
Yes.
And then she has I am a doctor.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one thing for you, Anaya, if anyone ever tells you that you're not smart enough to be a doctor, you say I am smarter than everyone. I am the smartest, I am smart, and I'm capable. Okay? Okay.
That's my man. I'm capable.
Yes. My favorite. What else? What else do we write?
I have the resources.
I have the resources, yes.
I have, you have, and you are.
Yes, you have and you are. One of my favorites that I always say is, you have everything you need to be successful. And I say it with everything. I was in the back room of the store today. We have a fashion show tomorrow, and the back room is crazy, but things are falling out. I'm like, where's this come from? And I'm like, you have everything you need to be successful. And we just lay it there.
Or we have the same 24 hours as Beyonce.
Yes! That's also my favorite. Yes.
I'm a very spiritual person, so I put God has created you for such a time as this.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Allison, yeah. I love that. Share your kid one. Share your kid one. It's
I'm not sure what you said.
not too serious. The one that we wrote about having more fun.
Oh, so okay, so I went to Bryana back last August. I was turning 26 in my 26th birthday. And I was just writing out my life goals or whatever. So like she was saying, I did everything she says. I've written out everything for, your different segments of life. So emotions, spirit, body. And then I put it in as reminders, my affirmations as reminders to remind me throughout the day. So one thing for me was to be more social, put myself out there, have more fun. So my affirmation for that was, I give myself permission to have major fun. So like oftentimes, it's like work. You don't have time to do that, but I give myself permission to have major fun. That you said key one. I'm like, what you talking about?
No, kid one.
Kid one.
Yes,
I made this up. I was listening to a song on the radio and I made this up. I don't know if it's an affirmation, but I made it up. Let me see if I can remember it. Because that is different from what I wrote on my paper, but I wanted to share it with you guys. Oh, tell the haters to go to my voicemail, or tell the haters to call my voicemail because I'm too busy answering the phone for the lessons. That's what I said.
I will give us time to do that, the actionable step, and we'll do 2, because I know there's only 5. So before we do the actionable step, I do just want to ask if anybody has any questions, because I know we went through this a little bit quickly. But what we did was we set our goals, and we anticipated what our inner critic might say about those goals, and instead of feeding into that negative commentary, we flipped it and created our affirmations to fight those things. So that's what we've done. Do we have any questions about that, or any questions in general before we do our actionable steps?
Oh, you know what? I did just think about it. I did. Actually, what I told you all was a quote, because I forgot. At church, they always say that the affirmations start with "I am." So yes. So I do have those on my paper.
Okay.
But yes, I know there was a comment.
Anybody else? Okay, perfect. So I want to make sure that we have time to do the actionable steps, because as we know, thoughts without actions are just dreams. They're not helping us do anything. We're not getting anything done. So go ahead and take a few more minutes to now write your actionable steps for your goals. Again, you can go ahead and write 1 or 2 things. Resources for you guys. So we're gonna send this, and I'm also gonna create a list of affirmations that you guys can have as well, just to keep and add on to your collection and help you as you create more and as you need them. I will also give you my contact information, so if you need someone to hold you accountable to the goals that you set, I don't have a copy of them, but if you send them to me, I can offer myself to do that. Cool.